Hari Om. Today we will contemplate on Jnana Vijnana Yoga, chapter 7, verse 28. yeṣhāṁ tvanta-gataṁ pāpam janānām puṇya-karmaṇām te dvandva-moha-nirmuktā bhajante mam dṛiḍha-vratāḥ. But persons whose sins have been destroyed by engaging in pious activities become free from the illusion of dualities. Such persons worship me with determination. yeṣhām, whose, too, but anta-gatam, completely destroyed, pāpam, sins, janānām, of persons, punya, pious, karmanām, activities, they, dvandva, of dualities, moha, illusion, nirmukta, free from, bhajante, worship, mam, dṛiḍha-vratāḥ, with determination. So this is the verse. To give you context, last week we discussed this. Here Krishna says the dualities of desire and aversion arise from illusion, and all living beings in the material realm are deluded by these. Like all the confusions in life, right? Why does it come? Because in the material world, for everything there is we have this duality, right? We have this raga dvesha, likes and dislikes, right? And we tend to go towards the likes, away from the dislikes. But then what happens? We are constantly trapped in this uh, samsara of likes and dislikes, which is nothing but a illusion. And why is that illusion coming from? It's because of the ajnana. uh, the mind is not uh, pure, right? So here, if you see what Krishna is saying is, uh, whose sins have been destroyed by engaging in pious activities become free from illusion of dualities. So that's the context I wanted to give. So you can share your view, Krishna ji.
Yes.
You got the context, right? Where
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Here, like, I would say, like the early stage of, uh, not early stage, I would say, like, okay, let me go with that. So, early stage of having this jnana, right? Or getting, after getting knowing about this jnana, right? So,
Mm.
that's where I got to know, like, okay, mm, I have this duality, okay, this is me, and uh,
Uh,
everything in the universe is like, right, uh, the interpretations are done by me and it's been in my mind.
yeah.
That's where I would start. And
Mm.
what
Mm.
Krishna is saying is, so you had this, and once you get jnana, you would have done a lot of sins, or like I would have done sins, like without knowing the jnana, like I would have done something like causing directly or mostly like indirectly with other creatures also. So, but
Mm.
one who is after the jnana, one who got that, one who after that truly after jnana, it's like karma yoga, like performing action without any attachment, or with, to put in other words, it should be without being worried about the result, but fully
Mm.
engaged in the bhava.
Mm.
So that person, so he says that, so that's though he or she has committed a sin, those are destroyed by this kind of determinations. We one who performs yagna bhava and being in yagna bhava always. So
Yeah.
and we would reach Krishna as soon as possible. I think it's the intensity or like the number of occurrence we consciously perform yagna. So to my daily life, right? Like I do yagnas, but somewhere I still feel like something I don't like perform as a yagna. There
Mm,
might be some consequence to that. Simple is like I still find like this riding a bike and all. Sometimes I feel okay, but still, it's causing pollution, it's environmental harm, and many things.
mm, mm, mm,
But still, what is that I can do? In that sense, I am not like completely like. Am I really doing a yagna? I mean, that is not my intention. I changed my intention. My intention is to reach my job or go to that place,
mhm,
and don't worry about the result. Give your
mm,
full dedication. Be consistent in all the things. So yeah, so through this sloka, right, it gives me confidence. Yeah, still I would have performed this thing. These are all of my vasanas like which I had, and even any steps if I take, right, or it there is a reaction still coming out of me. Like I get anger still even now. Thank
mm, mm,
it is, but it is completely reduced, right?
mm,
I mean,
mm,
yeah, I was before. It's not like I will hell out or make anger on other person, but still I have that the physical pain. To be frank, the depressed mind gets depressed, and like I'll be in anger mode or something like something is
mm,
not coming as per my expectation. But
mm,
now the the way I approach with full determination, right? So this sloka gives me a confidence. Okay, I should be doing this. I don't want to worry about my past now because I cannot go and change that. Now
mm,
I will can perform the yagna and all those sins which I did mostly knowingly at that time, but the Jnana came after Bhagavad-gita and attending Sadgurus and knowing about this thing. So whatever
mm,
I do now, I should do it yagna. So that practicing consistently, I think I would be. I mean, one will be able to achieve 100% performing yagna, and it will vanish all the bad karmas, or like, or the sins, I would say, and one can be in that mukti state always. So that's the
mm,
ultimate thing I can. I'm not to worry about it's already done, like whatever I have done. Instead, I focus on the practicing this yagna bhava, and I'll
mm,
practice until this 100%. The reaction, the response to stimuli, also like it should be having the yagna bhava, not getting anger and I feel blessed or blissed out.
mm,
That state, I think I think the Yajna Bhava should be always done, always on all time. I'm practicing it. I think it's making a progress, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know the time in other stuff, but
mm.
this gives
Yeah,
confidence.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Those things I had thrown.
Okay. Yeah. So how I see is this sloka. Uh, he's talking about those people who are basically jnanis. Okay. Um, like who have destroyed their sins. Okay, so first he's giving about them, then we can then he is basically giving me the direction. Okay, right.
Mm,
Those who have destroyed their sins. Okay, and
mm,
how do you basically destroy your sins? As you said, the yajna bhava, right? So
yes.
there Guruji has talked about uh, like at all the time, like we are doing like one of the three, um, uh, doing karma or bhakti or jnana, what we are doing, right? So do it as karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, right? Then when we do it that way, the mind, all the impurities of the mind slowly start going away, right? And when the mind becomes pure, because uh, why is the uh, why is the mind in focus here? Because the illusion of dualities is, where is this happening? Illusion of dualities, it is in the mind, right? So how do you clear it? By chitta shuddhi, like cleansing the mind. How do you purify the mind? By doing karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga. Right. So that is basically uh, from where I am to where I will go. Right. Today, my mind is not completely pure. That leads to, as you said, confusion, questions, getting anger, right? And from here to going towards uh, the goal, the target, uh, which is having that clarity, right? And how do you go? The bridge is basically by doing karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, we are able to cross and go to the other side. And what happens when we do? The mind becomes pure. And what is the effect of a pure mind, right? So there he's saying, um, such persons, like, they are able to see see the Lord. Basically, once this the mind is purified, you are no longer attracted, or you are getting uh, uh, pushed out from what is seeing outside, right? There is outside world, basically doesn't attract you, or something happening outside doesn't trigger anger, or it doesn't affect you, disturb you, right? And such people, they are able to see inside, inward. And inward, what do they see? Right? Inward, they are able to see that Lord, that Atma, that Paramatma, who's giving, who is the source of the whole experience, what and the existence, right? So, and that is where he is basically leading to, such persons worship me with determination. With determination. Why with determination? Because there is no more doubt. And how do I reach that
Mm,
state of no doubt? Through these activities of bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, karma yoga. Because in one more sloka here, he says, I am not manifest to everyone. Not everyone can see me because of the yoga maya, right?
mm,
Right.
yes.
So the normal people cannot see, and when you see what is, so when you get the chitta shuddhi, basically we start seeing that same um, power in every being, every existence, be it people of different looks, or different what they do, or like trees or plants or animals, right? We start realizing that, like, the same power that is illumining me is basically behind every manifestation, right? So 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 basically you start seeing that presence of God in everything, and that is where that start worship me with determination, with no doubt. Otherwise, until then, like that, that doubt is there. I am here, small. There is world. There is God. I cannot see God, and what I see world, it is disturbing. It's disturbing me. There are some things which I like. There are some things which I don't like. Right now, and that is the illusion trap we are in, and in that illusion trap, we are trying to get that blissful state, that happiness, which we have now realized that it is never permanent, and it's not going to last forever, right? And rather, it
Yeah.
is uh, going to um, trap us more and more, right? So now,
Mm,
basically, So we have to, what I see is like the focus is mind. How do I cleanse the mind? I go beyond the mind where I have that clarity. I get the clarity, and for that, karma yoga. So as you said, like if my duty is this, with all the roles we are playing, right? As a parent, as a husband, as a son, as an employee, like whichever role I fill in during the day, right? I basically give my 100%. And I think this morning we, in our other session, we talked about, uh, basically, how are the actions happening, by the thoughts first come, right? And who- and like who is seeing, who is doing this action? Me, right? And how are the actions decided? By the thoughts. If I have the right thought, right, and the actions will turn out to be right, right? So the seed I can put is, what, let whatever I do, let it be of useful to everyone. Let everyone um, benefit from what I am doing, right? With that intention, with that seed, if we perform, the the outcome is the action, right? The result of the action will be good, will always be good. So with that is like one, and I offer the the fruit of the action, right, to the Lord, not for my personal gain. I don't want, like, it's not like, what, I'm going to do this. It should come out well, and everyone um, uh, should talk good about me, and immediately we have to get benefits, wealth, financial benefit, right? Not that selfish, desire oriented actions, while like actions being done because uh, this is my this right now, this is the duty what I'm doing, and let it be of use for everyone, right? So when we start
Mm.
thinking and doing that, like, it basically cleanses the mind and helps us, right? That is karma yoga and jnana yoga we are doing now, learning it, shravanam mananam, again and again, right? And
Yeah.
bhakti yoga, um, then like remembering, that supreme all the time, praying,
Mm.
right, for the welfare of the
Yeah.
society, right? All that leads to cleansing of mind, and with that, we will slowly, that illusion fades away, and we get that clarity in life. With that clarity, we, as we approach, I see that, like, you get very positive, and you start attracting people, right? Because they feel that energy, that positive energy,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
uh,
Also, Saravanan-ji, yeah, as part of this yagna, right? Like, I mean, this my like personal, how to say, personal experience, which I'm going through. Or like, this might be like sound small thing, but still, I want to like, see, as a son, as a brother, right? Like, and whenever I go to any relative house or even in the home, like now I made few changes. Like my family members are able to quite adopt. In the sense, like a simple concept, like food habits. Okay, earlier I we used to be eating like, I mean, whatever, in the sense like the advertised one, the taste one, other things. Okay, as a part of yagna, what I'm trying to say is like, as a son, my mom or dad, if they ask something, I used to go. Earlier, I was not sure. Like example, fried rice, right? It has
mhm.
lot of side effects. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Still, people still
Uh,
like the state, but
yeah, yeah.
still, I would say like. But uh, at that time, uh, I was like giving them a wrong food, even knowing that it is a wrong food. Okay,
uh,
I was
uh,
like regretting why. But when I think about concept of yagna, right? Like, and also that's my duty. My parents are asking. I did that like, but with the Intention was to give the good food, but still I gave them a wrong food. Okay, this
Mm,
somewhere, this is one incident, Sarananji, but
mm,
after
mm,
few iterations, right? I think I have that
mm,
answer, but still I just want to like share that how you guys would handle or I would have faced this, right? Just want to
mm,
share that. After
mm,
few iterations, like after something, it was
mm,
quite difficult to change the food pattern. But
uh,
once after they're seeing the result, I stopped the non-veg for few months and
uh-huh,
not fully. I mean, I'll make them. I'm not going to eat. So they will also like as a son, I'm not eating. They would not prepare. So so that
uh-huh,
reduced, and as part of that, actually my mom's cholesterol level was quite not quite abnormal, I can say, but
uh,
not to the critical one. But after making these changes and food habits, she really tested. She used to do regular test for the other
mm,
thing.
mm,
So the cholesterol level got reduced.
ah,
Now they understood. Now my father, it's been like 6 months or something later, but still now
uh,
my father and they like now like okay, Krishna is saying something. Okay, this is good. Now like
uh-huh,
this, but my problem is it took me some time, maybe almost 6 months or 1 year. Now I am into some other relatives also something. Okay, they tell
mm,
me to eat the same thing, but what is the step I can do? Okay, right now what I'm doing is okay, you give me some food. Example, it's the Fridays is an example, but still there are like some other foods which looks healthy, but
mm. Hello, I lost you. Hello, Krishnaji, are you there?
hello, Saranji, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, Krishnaji, I lost you when you said now you go to your relative's place and they give the
Ah,
food
correct.
that you're trying to reduce. Okay,
Yes, yeah.
what did
So
you do?
as a part, yeah, as a part of my duty, I mean, they would feel bad again. I think
Yeah,
it's a
correct,
cycle happening for me.
correct, correct.
I would eat and they also would eat. So is
But
it a
you,
normal or like how do we approach this? Like
yeah,
because
so yeah, yeah, I want to understand. So so you said like you will eat there, right?
yes,
Because you don't want them to feel bad.
correct, correct.
Okay, okay, okay.
Because as a I mean son or like as a brother or
But
a cousin.
is this
Yeah.
like once in a while or like a permanent uh, that
In the sense, but still not a permanent one. Uh,
more often, frequent?
Maybe monthly once, correct? Monthly
Okay.
once or
Mhm,
twice.
mhm, mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
but still, I don't want to do them. But they are, I mean, they are in that stage because its surroundings are like that, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So I think
environment is like that.
I,
How do we like?
maybe from what I have done, I can share, which
I
is
feel bad for them also, but still, I'm okay. Kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
stuck, but still, it will take some time, right?
yeah,
I'm sure
correct,
that
correct,
I will change like how I did for my home, but
correct, correct.
they have to go the process. Is it
Yeah,
a normal thing or like something? Is it? Am
yeah,
I doing
yeah.
the right thing or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
being
So
late?
let me see. Let me share what happened. So one is definitely see food choices. Even if there are like four, five, six items, okay, you can always go for the one that makes more sense or more sattvic to you, relatively, right? And you can always
Correct.
reduce, if not completely avoid, reduce the input of that food that you want to avoid, right? Right.
Uh,
One
but
is
I
that.
don't want them also to eat. Actually, in fact, I can because I don't because that's their, I mean,
Yeah,
good
yeah,
food
yeah.
they
So
feel.
yeah, so that's what. So first is like you don't want to immediately put that wall and like where they see that
Yes.
right. So you will
Yes.
basically reduce and like go for other choices. Okay. And later on, I think you will get, I feel like you will get it because I so what happened to me is my parents like were they were not eating non-vegetarian food. Okay, but they allowed me, and I used to have it as a child from with my relatives, and which continued till my job. Like once in, which is basically once in a while, right? In the job, at one point of time, uh, actually not, it was after marriage. At one point of time, I was going through a meditation course where they asked me to stop all these rajasic food, like tea, coffee, non-vegetarian food, all these things. So I said like 1 week, no big deal. So I stopped, and
mm,
I felt very good for that 1 week. Okay.
yes.
Uh, and then what I told myself is, let me continue and see if I really feel that urge to eat. Okay. Otherwise, I'll just continue. And it became 2 weeks. I didn't eat. I didn't have tea, coffee. 6 months went. I didn't have. Okay.
Mm,
And
mm,
maybe after a year or so, maybe slowly I started having tea or coffee. But
mm,
that non-veg food I stopped. It just continued till today. I never felt that urge to go back. It didn't invite me anymore. That's it. So it may not happen to everyone. Okay. So that's why I said like it is more, you may it is like you will have your own way of what happens when you decide. Okay. And as you
mm,
said, right, people felt bad saying, hey, you should eat. So I said like I will eat, maybe not now. If I feel like eating, I will eat later.
mm,
It started getting postponed, and then like people started asking like, are you not eating because of some religious thing, this that? I said, look, no, nothing. I had stopped it, and I told myself that I will eat if I feel like eating. If there is like, if it pulls me, attracts me strongly, then I would go. But till now it's not, so I'm just waiting. Maybe tomorrow. Right? I just
mm,
said waiting. I didn't put any, I didn't bring, because at that time I was also in US. So they all ask, right? Hey, is
mm,
this religious reason why you are not eating?
mm,
Right? And so there was, it was just, it was like a switch, that 1 week switch for me. And I somehow like I never went back.
mm,
Right? So
mm,
it may be so, and like people asked, and like, and all my friends will have, or relatives will have it, just I'll just go for a vegetarian choice. That's it. And after
mm.
a while, nobody bothered actually. So you're saying
Okay.
like you may feel bad. No, it was initial, maybe 6 months, 1 year, they will keep talking, but then, and then, okay, and then I had some similar to what you're saying, right? I had that high cholesterol, and I had gout, which is
Mm,
uric acid. It becomes a crystal in the joints, and it will become,
okay.
the pain will be very, very high. Okay,
Okay.
later on, at some point of time, I realized that that gout s- uh, completely went away. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then even the cholesterol, like, not like what in the past. It's like very, very.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the border or something like that. No, right? So
Mm,
then
yes.
I started saying, you know what? It is for my body. It has worked. I'm not
Correct.
asking others to
Mm-hmm.
stop, but I just tell them that it's just
Mm,
like maybe my body type. It is responding well to not having this non-vegetarian food. People will
mm.
respect. People started respecting, and like that's it. Nobody. You just reminded me of what happened to me with your question. Yeah, yeah. So they will respect you because see, at the end of the day, you are talking about the people uh, who love you, and like who want you to see uh,
Yeah,
healthy,
yes,
right?
yes.
And you are not asking others to do. It is
No, no.
and like you are always going to give, you if you have to give, you are going to give a healthy choice. healthy food.
Correct. Yes.
And if they are giving and they want to have, you are just saying like, you know what, for my body, like I'm like whatever, I'm going through this, I'm trying this, or like I'm not feeling like having, that's it. And like maybe to give company, maybe you may eat once in a while, and then like it may slowly stop by itself without you realizing it will stop.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks,
and
Arunji.
and definitely the food that goes in, from what we have been learning here, has an impact on like the status of the mind, right?
Yeah, yeah. That I mean, I experienced a lot on this. Matters
Yeah.
a lot. I think
Uh,
I would say that's 100% in some.
uh,
I
yeah,
felt it, and
yeah. That's why actually this verse also is talking about the dualities, right? There are likes and dislikes. The likes, I like it, I want. Then the moment you like it, you want to go and have more and more and more and more, right? It just keeps pulling you, attracting you. It leaves that impression, and the next time you do that again and again, and and then you yourself ask the question: is it healthy? Is it good? And if the answer is clearly no, then again, why do we fall on the in the trap? And uh, that for that vairagya to come, like we really like all these actually helps. And the jnana yoga definitely helps, right? Shravanam, listening, and then like contemplating helps to increase the determination to do the right thing,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So you have the choice. Nobody can force you, right? And like you don't, if you don't want them to feel hurt, maybe you can have little bit here and there, and so they don't see that like you are trying to distance yourself, uh, but at the same
Mm,
time you include more healthy choices in what they have. I'm sure everyone has something or other, and slowly then like you yourself will find one day I what I see is like once that intention is goes right, the outcome slowly happens. You will find a way, you will find a way where you start going that path
mm,
that you
mm,
want to
mm,
walk. So this morning our
mm,
session was on that. Seed
mm.
leads to the tree and the fruits, right? And who's the one who is
Yeah.
the gardener? I am the gardener, right? And whatever I put a good seed, which is like, you know what, I want to have healthy food, and I want others to, I want others to be healthy as well. That's the seed I'm going to put. I'm going to water it, let it grow, and like
Mm,
let it give that good fruit to all.
yeah.
Yeah, right. But actually, very nice. Thanks for sharing, Krishna. Yeah. The initial changes are like very visible, very evident. Uh,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want that feel. I mean, I want others also should
Yeah. See,
have this,
when it comes to
right?
so when it comes to others, right? That's what, right? All this Vedanta, if you see Gita and all, it's for you, right? And the more you go through that change, okay, you start shining, and you, without you telling, others start following you, right? The
Perfect.
transformation is all
Yes.
about you,
Yes. Yes.
right? It is not to, right? And
Correct. Mm,
everyone will come in the path based on their own karmas at some point of time. Everyone, I think the way we see is the journey is predetermined, pre-programmed for everyone. Right? And the destination is the same for everyone. It is just that maybe you are in the 10th step, and someone else is in the 8th step. They will also come one day.
mm. Got it.
And it is about like we move,
Perfect. Yes.
yeah, in the right direction, and like showing the way for others to walk with us. Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks,
great.
Arunji.
Thank you. Good, Krishna ji. So yeah, we'll end our contemplation here. I will stop the recording.
Yeah.
Hari Om. And